Hey guys, I know it's been forever since I made a video and I am so sorry. I've just been really busy with other things and haven't had time to make videos and whatever, but excuses, right? So anyway, instead of making 3 different videos for book reviews that I have been way backdated on, like months, but I thought to do a kind of wrap up of sorts. So I've only fully read 3 books in like 3 months, so I've been super not into reading, but I'm getting back into it right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and get right on into it. The first book review I have is for Divergent by Veronica Roth. And I also wanted to mention that none of these reviews will have spoilers, so feel free to listen the whole way through and I won't give anything away. So anyway, Divergent by Veronica Roth is about a girl named Beatrice who nicknames herself Triss, and this is in a dystopian, I think Chicago, and it's kind of like the Hunger Games in the fact where it's Chicago, but it's like after the fact of like this huge fight that they had and everything is divided up like the districts. Only this time it's in factions. And there's, oh gosh, this was such a long time ago, I'm trying to remember. Candor, Dauntless, Abnegation, Amity, and Erudite, right? Yes. And Erudite is intelligent, Amity is peaceful, Dauntless is brave, Abnegation is selfless, and Candor is truth, I think. So, yeah, you're divided into those factions, and once you're of age, once you're 16, you're able to either stay in the faction that you were born into, or you can choose a different one. And so, Triss, she picks a faction, and she, is, is, obviously picks one, and she falls in love, I guess, with this guy named Four, who I love. He's so awesome. And it's just about her struggles of training and learning all these different things and different, like, allegiances and all this stuff, and it was so good. Oh my god, I could not put that book down. Everything about it was awesome, and thank you so much, you guys, for recommending it to me, because really by the cover I would have thought it was like a middle grade kind of dorky book. Not dorky, but like way past, way below my reading level, and I just wasn't sure if I'd like it, but I loved it. I cannot wait for the next one to come out in May, and so I absolutely loved it. And the ending was awesome, and everything about the book was so fast paced. It was so, the writing was just so awesome. Just the way that she worded things, and I think I read the book in like a day and a half while working. So I would take breaks, or when the kids were sleeping or something, I would just read and read and read. And my partner was like, "What are you reading that you read so fast?" And so I showed her the book, and then she read it, and blah blah blah. So, oh god, it was so good. Especially, her friends were really great in the book. There were some things that happened that I was not expecting at all. And so that was something that I really love, especially since I can kind of predict books generally, like where it's going to go, and I could not even begin to predict where this book would go. So I really loved it. The ending was so sad, but it was awesome, and I really found myself relating to Triss, but she's a little bit braver than I am, but she, definitely, the love story behind it was awesome. Um, it wasn't really sappy love story, kind of thing, but there definitely was some chemistry there between her and Four. And like I said, I loved Four. I love the meaning behind his name. That was really great. And all in all, it was an amazing book. I definitely give it a 5 out of 5. If you have not read it yet, please do, because you will not regret it. It was an amazing book, and I definitely want to get it for my shelves to purchase. So definitely 2 big thumbs up for that book. If you guys have not read it yet, I really, really, really recommend it. So there wasn't too many faults that I remember. I do remember the beginning was a little slow, but it really it paled in comparison. And I think some parts were a little confusing for me just because um, I had to read and not really, I couldn't focus because kids were talking and I couldn't really focus. So I had to kind of go back a couple pages every once in a while. But other than that, the book was great. And I don't even think that's really a flaw. So huge, huge thumbs up for me. Really great book. I really, really enjoyed it. So, and the reason I don't have the covers for any of these books is because they were library books and I returned them forever ago because I wasn't into reading and stuff, so they had to go back. But anyways, so the next book is Lola and the the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, and this is like kind of like a companion novel to the Anna and the French Kiss. And it's about a girl named Lola, and I love her. She is a kind of like a fashion designer. She's more of like a costume person. Like she likes different costumes. And she lives in San Francisco with her 2 dads, who I love. And her mom is, I think, like a drug addict or something and isn't really in her life. And she has been friends with this boy named Cricket. Love Cricket. And they kind of had a falling out. And so now he's back at next door, literally. And so it's just about love and finding yourself and not being afraid of who you are. And this was another book that I completely devoured. Like I think I read it in like not even a day, because Stephanie Perkins has this crazy way of making a book like crack. She knows how to write where it's so easy that you're just like, okay, one more page. Okay, one more page. All right, one more page. And you just keep going and going until you're done. And then you're so sad that it's done and you wish you would have read slower, but you can't because the writing is so amazing. So, oh God, I love it. And Cricket has a twin sister. Oh God, what's her name? It's kind of like Cantaloupe. Calliope? Calliope? Calliope. I think. It's been a while since I read it, but something like that. I think it's Calliope. Help me out, guys. But anyway, great book. Oh God, I loved Cricket so much. I loved him so much. I love the geeky boys. And he was an inventor, and he is such a sweetie pie. I love him so. And what I really liked about this book is it is a companion novel for Anna and the French Kiss. So you get to see Anna again with her boyfriend, which was really nice. And just to see them, Etienne, you get to see him again. And it is so much fun because they're so funny. And they're actually in a lot of the book. So it's actually a really great book if you're wondering where they went. So yes, and I didn't expect the ending, and I liked how it ended because it wasn't completely, but it wasn't like horrible either. So I really recommend that you guys read that book. I loved it, but of course I knew I would love it because it's Stephanie Perkins. She's definitely, without a doubt, one of my favorite authors that I've read, and I love. Oh God, excuse me. I loved her father's, oh my gosh, they were so awesome, and they own a little bakery, and I think it's so adorable. So yeah, the book was really great. And um actually I wasn't too excited actually about this book before because I didn't know how I would feel about this fashion design, so blah blah blah, kind of teeny bopper thing, but it was completely different than what I thought. And so of course I can't judge a book by its cover, so I'm glad I didn't, and I'm glad I read it because it really was one of my favorite books of 2011. I devoured it and I loved it so much, so I really recommend you guys read it. 5 out of 5 for me. Loved it. And I'm sure you guys have read it already, so I don't know why I'm reviewing it, but you know, just for statistic perfect, statistic perfect. I cannot talk. I'm sorry, but for you know, for the review's sake. I'm not even going to edit that. I am not editing anything in this video. So what you see is what you get. So this is what happens when you stay up way too late and you have a bunch of Mountain Dew and you're exhausted. So this is what happens. Yay. Okay, so the last book I got was The Future of Us that I read, and I returned it to the library as well. And it was by Carolyn Mackler and Jay Asher, who wrote 13 Reasons Why, and Carolyn Mackler wrote The Earth, My Butt, and Other Big Round Things, which are two books that I love. Okay, guys, turned out I did need to edit this because my parents came in and started talking, and the video was like an hour long. So anyways, The Future of Us is about two teenagers named Emma and Josh, and they are currently in the 1990s, and Emma gets a new computer because her parents are divorced, and so daddy kind of gives her a sympathy gift and gets her a computer. And Josh's mom got like a, y'all know you did it too, don't even lie, because you know you did it. You got like a CD of AOL, and you get like free hours or whatever, and you could sign up. And I know y'all did it, so don't even lie. And you have to tell me about it in the thing below. Like, what was the first website you visited? That would be fun. So leave that below. But she gets a CD and she goes on the internet and she comes across Facebook. Well, Facebook hadn't been created yet. And so she realizes very quickly that it's 15 years into the future. And so every day that she and Josh make subtle changes in their life, their Facebook pages change. Like some days they have kids, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're married to different people. And so they just kind of have to go through life figuring out how this is going to play into their future, and they kind of mess things up a little bit. And it's just their struggle and what goes on in their lives, and like what their futures hold for them, and doing the right thing, and what have you. And so the book was really good. I didn't love Emma's character. I thought she was a little bit bossy and a little bit pushy, but it's actually kind of funny because if you guys have ever seen Degrassi, um, The Next Generation, which was one of my guilty pleasures, the girl's name was Emma Nelson, and this is the girl in this book, and I can totally picture that girl that plays Emma Nelson as Emma in this book, even minus the curly hair. I can so picture her because she was kind of like a snotty know-it-all, and that's the way Emma is in this book, so I kind of associated them together. But I didn't love Emma's character. I liked Josh better. I kind of felt like Emma was a little annoying and kind of self-serving, and I know she meant to do the right thing, but it just didn't come across that way, and she kind of just seemed a little bitchy to me. So I didn't love that about her, but I really, like I said, I really enjoyed Josh's character. But my favorite thing about that book was the writing was completely like this. Like, you could not tell who did what. Like, Jay Asher could have written Emma, and Carolyn could have written Josh. It was that good where I thought it was one person. If I hadn't known better, I would have thought it was one author. So that's what I really loved about the book. And it actually, I liked it because, one of the main reasons I liked it is because they said things that I was like, oh my god, I remember that, like from the 90s. And it brought up memories that I couldn't remember that I remembered. And so it was really nice to kind of go back to that. Like, they talked about NSYNC and all that kind of stuff, and I was just like, oh, I remember that. So it was kind of fun to go back and remember all those things. And the writing was really great in this book. Like I said, the plot was really good. The ending was really good. It was really open-ended. So I don't think they'll write a sequel. I hope not, because what can you do about that? But I really enjoyed it. And the ending wasn't really sappy and, oh, I knew that would happen. But it's also, it gives you closure. And so super excited that I liked it, because I wasn't sure if I would. And it was another one of those books that I couldn't really put it down. So really good. I think I read it in about 2 days, which was good for me because I was really in a rut. back then. So that was one of the books that really got me going back on reading. So those are the 3 book reviews. Oh, and I gave this one a 4 out of 5. So really good book. So those are my 3 book reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Right now, hopefully I'll get done tonight. We'll see. But I'm reading The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, and I have this much left. So I might be able to finish it tonight. We'll see. Because I kind of want to start off this new year. Oh, I just realized something, that I'm not going to make my 50 book challenge. Man. Oh well, I'll have to try it again next year. So, I don't think I'll make it. I don't have that many days left. But anyway, I really want to make this new year a good book video year, and really try to stay up to date on my tags and book reviews and comments and stuff, because I love you guys so much, and you guys are so supportive. And thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You guys are amazing, and I love you all, and thank you so much for sticking with me through my rut. But I am back into reading, and I hope I will be able to make more videos this week. Starting on Wednesday, it won't be as busy, but as you guys know, I go to Florida every year, but I'm going to bring my laptop with me, because I'm able to do that this year. So I will bring my laptop with me and maybe make videos at night or something if I finish a book or something, so that way I'm not behind on my reviews when I get back. So, yeah, I hope you guys are having a great, great, great Monday. And if I don't see you before then, I probably will for the Mara Dyer book review. But if I don't, I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you guys celebrate, if you celebrate it all. And thank you guys so much. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.